As soon as you release music into the world, it's not yours anymore, it's everybody else's. They decide what the emotion of the song is, not you. It's like, you can write it about whatever you want, but people will decide what it's about. Hey, this is Rag & Bone Man, and we're going to be talking about my single, What Do You Believe In, and my album of the same name on Aimez. What Do You Believe In? The story behind the song was, I was kind of thinking I was making a record that was very uplifting, a hopeful record, a lot of it based around love and about family, and with a positive message, everything being hopeful. And then unfortunately, in between making that record, my mother passed away. And although it was like a really, sad thing to happen, I felt like I had to write a song to get us through this as a family. The message behind the song is that it doesn't really matter what you believe in, religiously or whatever, whoever you see as a higher power. It matters that us together collectively as a family get through this with love. I believe in love. This song in particular felt like a catalyst for the rest of the album. It felt like lyrically powerful, musically powerful, but also felt happy in its musicality, and it was really the motivation I needed to write the rest of the record. I'm a big fan of samples. I love soul samples in hip hop, especially. And we were like, let's just get some instruments together and try to create our own sample, not from an old record, but from just the things that we're playing together. And I think we just came up with some riffs, used some interesting melodies and instruments, like we used a sitar, some piano, bass, and created our own sample. And then the song The Right Way came out of that session, and I felt like that was the way that this record should sound. It should feel like soul samples, and it should also feel like the first time that I got in my car and listened to my favorite hip hop record when I was 17. It's like I wanted it to feel nostalgic, but also the songs to stand up. I feel like this is a feel-good album that's meant to be heard live, is the way I feel about it. Every time I wrote a song for this, in my mind was, how is it gonna sound live, and how is this gonna make people feel when they hear it on a stage, on a festival stage, whatever. I think it's gonna make people feel good and hopefully make people feel like dancing and crying in the same set. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not really up to me to say how people are going to feel about it. It's when people hear it that they'll decide.